Rising like a phoenix, you're unstoppable, a force of nature that can't be ignored. Every step you take radiates confidence, every move you make shakes the ground beneath you, and the universe seems to bend in your favor. The ones who underestimated you now sit in the shadows, haunted by the brilliance they failed to recognize. Your glow is undeniable, a beacon of resilience and power, and while you're busy creating a legacy, they're drowning in the waves of their own regret. What once was their loss has become your greatest triumph, and the world can't help but take notice. Once upon a time, they sat on their self-constructed throne, convinced they held all the cards, judging your worth through the distorted lens of superficiality. They saw your dreams as too small, your potential as invisible, and your value as something that couldn't be measured by their shallow metrics. In their arrogance, they dismissed you, failing to see the seeds of greatness quietly taking root within you. But now, oh, how the tables have turned. What they once saw as not enough has blossomed into a life so vibrant, so fulfilling, that it outshines their wildest expectations. Their carefully curated standards now seem laughably hollow as they grapple with the reality that they bet against the one person who was destined to rise above it all. Their arrogance was blinding, a shield they used to mask their inability to see beyond the surface. They mistook your resilience for weakness, your ambition for folly, and your persistence for futility. Every late night, every sacrifice, every ounce of effort you poured into building something extraordinary was invisible to them, overshadowed by their own inflated sense of superiority. They laughed at your dreams, dismissing your struggles as proof you'd never rise above. But what they failed to understand was that your determination was a quiet storm, gathering strength with every setback. And now, as the world begins to notice the brilliance they chose to ignore, they're left choking on the irony of their own short-sightedness. The rejection was a blessing in disguise, though it didn't feel that way at the time. They turned their back with the confidence of someone who thought they were upgrading, blind to the quiet strength and unshakable resolve you carried within. They dismissed you as a chapter they were closing, never realizing you were the entire story. What they saw as their triumph was actually their downfall, for the real treasure wasn't in what you had then, but in who you were becoming. Now, as your fire blazes for the world to see, they're left to grapple with the bitter truth. Their inability to look beyond the surface wasn't just their failure, it was their undoing. During this time, life felt like an endless storm, with waves of uncertainty crashing over you and no clear horizon in sight. Every step forward felt like 2 steps back, and the weight of your struggles threatened to break you. They watched from afar, smug in their belief that your hardships validated their decision to leave, mistaking your temporary setbacks for permanent failure. What they didn't see was the quiet resilience taking root within you, the unyielding determination that would transform those struggles into stepping stones. While they reveled in their false sense of superiority, you were building the foundation of a comeback so powerful it would one day leave them questioning everything they thought they knew about you. What they couldn't comprehend was that those moments of struggle were the very crucible in which your greatness was being forged. While they dismissed your efforts as futile, you were quietly sharpening your skills, strengthening your spirit, and planting the seeds of a future that would far outshine their imagination. Every sleepless night, every obstacle you overcame, and every ounce of doubt you transformed into determination was adding to the masterpiece you were creating. They saw a person at their lowest, but what they missed was the unstoppable force rising from the ashes, ready to build a life so extraordinary that it would eclipse anything they had ever envisioned. The most disheartening aspect of their attitude was their inability to see the value in anything they couldn't immediately measure or benefit from. Your creative pursuits, the ones that lit a fire in your soul, were mocked as frivolous distractions. The spiritual awakening that brought you clarity and peace was reduced to meaningless indulgence in their eyes. The deep, transformative work you were doing to heal and grow was dismissed as a pointless endeavor simply because it didn't fit their narrow definition of success. But what they failed to realize was that all these wastes of time were quietly shaping you into someone stronger, more grounded, and infinitely more capable than they could ever comprehend. Fast forward to the present, and their carefully constructed facade of indifference is beginning to crack under the weight of the truth. The whispers from mutual connections, the snapshots of your achievements on social media, and the glowing praise from those who've witnessed your growth firsthand are creating a narrative they can no longer ignore. Their curiosity has morphed into an almost compulsive need to know more, each new revelation about your success cutting deeper into their pride. What began as casual inquiries has evolved into a full-blown mission to piece together the story of your rise. A story they desperately wish they weren't forced to watch unfold from the sidelines. Their desperation to piece together your story has led them to reconnect with faces from the past, people they once dismissed or forgot, now suddenly valuable sources of information. They've gone so far as to offer favors, thinly veiled bribes, in exchange for any detail about your life. The first blow to their ego came when they heard about your home. What they once mocked as a modest existence has transformed into a picture of stability and accomplishment. The whispers of your comfortable lifestyle, perhaps even ownership of property, have left them reeling. The very life they once deemed unworthy now stands as a testament to your perseverance, making their past judgments seem not only petty, but embarrassingly short-sighted. The garden they're hearing about isn't just lush greenery or vibrant flowers, it's a metaphor for the life you've built, a life overflowing with growth, abundance, and purpose. And just as the garden flourished, so did your dreams. The career milestones they're now learning about have left them in stunned disbelief. That creative project they once dismissed as a frivolous hobby has evolved into something extraordinary, a triumph that not only silenced the skeptics, but surpassed even your own highest hopes. Each new detail they uncover about your success feels like a crack in the foundation of their assumptions, forcing them to confront the undeniable truth. You turned what they doubted into something remarkable. The strides you've made in your profession have opened doors they never believed you could walk through, granting you access to opportunities they once thought were beyond your reach. The accolades and respect you're earning in your field stand in stark contrast to the recognition they've been chasing for years, leaving them grappling with feelings of inadequacy. Every update they hear feels like a sharp reminder of how wrong they were about you, a silent rebuke of their past assumptions. They're beginning to realize that you've cultivated talents they underestimated, conquered challenges they assumed would defeat you, and built a life that not only rivals, but in many ways outshines their own. The hardest truth for them to face is that your transformation was never a stroke of luck. It was the inevitable result of the potential you've always carried, the potential they were too blind or unwilling to recognize. What unsettles them the most is the intangible force driving your growth, the spiritual depth that has become a cornerstone of your transformation. The stories they're hearing about your intuition, your unshakable sense of purpose, and your ability to align with something greater than yourself feel almost mythical to their pragmatic, material-focused worldview. To them, it's as if you've tapped into a power they can't comprehend, a power that not only fuels your success, but challenges everything they thought they understood about what it takes to thrive. They struggle to grasp how someone they once deemed unrealistic or naive has unlocked levels of wisdom and influence they can't even fathom. The relationships you've cultivated only add to their dismay. While they were preoccupied with superficial status games, you were quietly building a network rooted in trust, respect, and genuine connection. The circle of people who now surround you, those who value your authenticity and share in your vision, stands as a testament to the depth and sincerity of your character. It's a community they've longed to be part of, but one that no amount of money or posturing can grant them access to. Your success, both personal and social, has become an unspoken contrast to the emptiness of their efforts, leaving them to question everything they once valued. The creative breakthrough you've achieved is a testament to the power of resilience and unwavering belief. They're only now beginning to grasp the sheer magnitude of the effort it took, the late nights, the quiet sacrifices, and the relentless pursuit of a dream that others scoffed at. While they chased quick rewards and fleeting victories, you were laying the foundation for something far greater, something enduring. What they failed to see was your ability to persevere through the doubts, the setbacks, and the loneliness of believing in a vision no one else could see. Now that vision has blossomed into a reality that not only fulfills your deepest aspirations, but surpasses anything they ever thought possible. Your financial stability is the product of grit, vision, and an unshakable determination to build something meaningful from the ground up. It wasn't handed to you, nor was it the result of luck. It was forged through countless hours of hard work, strategic choices, and the courage to take risks when others hesitated. You transformed scarcity into abundance, not just in terms of material success, but in every corner of your life. The richness you've cultivated extends far beyond your bank account. It's reflected in the depth of your relationships, the memories you've created, and the inner peace that comes from knowing you've earned every bit of it. Those who once doubted you now stand in quiet awe of what you've achieved. The most remarkable part of your journey is how unwaveringly true you've remained to yourself. While others took shortcuts, betrayed trust, or sacrificed their principles for fleeting gains, you chose a path rooted in authenticity and honor. You built your success not by tearing others down, but by lifting yourself up through persistence and self-belief when no one else saw your worth. This unwavering integrity is what sets you apart and leaves them perplexed, trapped as they are in a mindset driven by ego and the need to outshine others. Your triumph is a quiet, undeniable proof that staying genuine and grounded is the ultimate form of strength. The warrior spirit you've cultivated through your journey radiates a quiet, yet undeniable power that demands recognition. You've weathered storms that would have crushed others, facing each challenge with unwavering determination and resilience. Every battle you've fought has not only strengthened you, but also sharpened your resolve, turning your scars into symbols of triumph. Your transformation isn't just about achieving success, it's about embodying a strength so profound that nothing can shake the foundation you've built. You've become a living testament to the power of endurance, growth, and an unyielding will to rise. The unveiling of your success has sent shockwaves through their carefully constructed sense of self, unraveling it piece by piece. Each new milestone you achieve feels to them like an undeniable contradiction to the narrative they once clung to about your limitations. Their ego, once inflated with false confidence, is now crumbling under the weight of reality, leaving them grappling with a profound sense of cognitive dissonance. Every accomplishment of yours forces them to confront truths they've long avoided, that their assumptions were wrong and their worldview no longer holds. It's not just your success they struggle with, it's the realization that they underestimated the strength and potential you always had. On one hand, they cling desperately to the belief that they were always above you, reassuring themselves that distancing from you was the logical and superior decision. On the other hand, the undeniable reality of your achievements shatters this illusion, forcing them to confront a painful truth they can no longer ignore. The person they once dismissed and overlooked has now surpassed them in ways they never imagined, leaving them trapped in a cycle of frustration and self-doubt. This internal conflict eats away at them, their anger bubbling over into every corner of their life, uncontrollable and all-consuming. Their carefully maintained facade is breaking, piece by piece, under the weight of your success. Their frustration has grown into a storm of emotions they can no longer control, catching even them off guard. This isn't merely frustration, it's a deep, burning anger born from the shattering of their once comfortable worldview. They're furious with you for defying their expectations, furious with themselves for failing to see your potential, and furious with the universe for orchestrating this unexpected turn of events. The jealousy they feel is like a shadow that follows them everywhere, occupying their thoughts from morning until night and creeping into their dreams. It's not just your success that haunts them, it's the undeniable proof that they were wrong about you all along. They're trapped in a cycle of resentment, unable to accept that your progress has outpaced their own. To them, every step forward you take feels like a step backward for them, as though your success diminishes their worth. This toxic, zero-sum mindset has become a self-created cage, isolating them in bitterness while you continue to thrive unhindered. The weight of their jealousy grows heavier with each passing day, suffocating their ability to find peace. But it's the sting of public embarrassment that cuts the deepest, knowing that others can see the glaring contrast between your rise and their stagnation. It's a wound they can't hide, a constant reminder of how the tables have turned. The weight of their misjudgment has become unbearable, a constant reminder of how deeply they underestimated you. Each mention of your success from friends or family feels like another blow to their pride, exposing the glaring flaw in their perception. They can see it in the eyes of those around them, the unspoken questions, the subtle glances that say, "How could you have been so wrong?" The shame is sharp and unrelenting, and every attempt they make to downplay your accomplishments only highlights their insecurity. Their excuses grow thinner by the day, transparent to everyone but themselves, as they struggle to reconcile their past decisions with the undeniable reality of your triumph. They're desperately grasping at straws, searching for any way to downplay your accomplishments, convincing themselves that luck, timing, or some unseen advantage must be the reason for your success. But these attempts to discredit you only expose their own insecurities, leaving them drained and increasingly transparent to those around them. Others see their bitterness for what it is, while your success shines brighter with every step forward. What truly unsettles them, though, isn't just your achievements, it's the quiet yet resolute power of your indifference. By choosing to reject them, not with anger, but with calm certainty, you've claimed a strength they never believed you had. This refusal to even acknowledge their relevance in your world is what haunts them most, leaving them to wrestle with a loss they can neither undo nor ignore. The roles have reversed completely, and they're now grappling with the bitter taste of being ignored, a feeling they never imagined they'd have to endure. The control they once reveled in has slipped through their fingers, leaving them powerless and exposed. Your silence, deliberate and unyielding, speaks louder than any words ever could. Each unanswered message, each call that goes to voicemail, is a reminder that they no longer hold a place in your world. They replay their attempts at contact over and over, searching for some sign of hope, but all they encounter is the echo of their own desperation. What they're beginning to realize is that your lack of response isn't accidental, it's a choice, one that underscores just how far you've moved beyond them. This is not about revenge or bitterness, it's about reclaiming your peace and prioritizing your growth. Your silence is a declaration of your newfound strength, a clear message that your energy is no longer available for those who once took it for granted. Every step you take toward your goals, every connection you forge, and every moment you invest in your own happiness is a testament to the life you're building without them. The clarity of your purpose radiates outward, inspiring those around you and leaving no doubt that you've moved on. While they remain stuck in the past, you're crafting a future that reflects your worth, your dreams, and your freedom. This is about stepping boldly into the future you've always deserved, driven by a sense of purpose and self-respect that can't be shaken. Your passion for the life you're creating radiates with a power that makes it clear you've left the past behind, not out of fear, but out of wisdom. The boundaries you've built around your peace are unbreakable, shielding you from anything that threatens your growth. You've become adept at identifying the subtle signs of toxicity and now dismiss them with confidence and grace. Every step you take forward is a testament to your resilience, a refusal to let the shadows of the past dim the light of your destiny. Your boundaries are a reflection of the profound transformation you've undergone, declaration that you will no longer settle for anything that diminishes your worth. The unwavering standards you've set for yourself aren't just rules, they're a testament to the deep love and respect you now hold for who you are. This self-worth wasn't handed to you. It was forged through your own struggles, making it an unshakable part of your identity. It's unsettling to those who once thrived on your vulnerability, but it's empowering to the authentic connections you're now fostering. These new relationships are built on trust, kindness, and equality, where your value is celebrated, not questioned, and where you're finally seen for the incredible person you've become. The relationships you're cultivating now are a reflection of the person you've become: authentic, fulfilling, and rooted in genuine care. They highlight the stark emptiness of what you once endured, making it undeniably clear that you've outgrown the shallow dynamics of the past. Their attempts to reach you now feel like echoes from a distant time, irrelevant and out of place in the vibrant life you're building. Your transformation isn't just visible, it's palpable. Everything about you, from the way you smile to the way you hold your head high, exudes a quiet power and self-assurance. You've found harmony within yourself, and that sense of peace draws the right people toward you while creating an unbreachable distance from the ones who no longer belong in your story. Your transformation is undeniable, a radiant force that speaks volumes without you needing to say a word. Even those who only knew a past version of you can sense the profound change in your energy shift so powerful it leaves them startled and introspective. In their quiet moments, when the noise of the world subsides, they're forced to confront the emptiness left by their choices. The realization of what they lost hits like a tidal wave, pulling them into a sea of regret they can't escape. Your growth has become a mirror, reflecting their own shortcomings and the opportunities they squandered, while you continue to rise, untouchable and unwavering, toward the life you were always meant to live. In the stillness of the night, their own thoughts have become their greatest tormentors, replaying those moments when they could have chosen kindness, understanding, or respect but didn't. The choices they once made with such confidence now feel like glaring mistakes, each one a reminder of the person they failed to be. The judgments they passed and the dismissiveness they showed no longer justify their actions. Instead, they expose the cracks in their own character. What they once saw as your shortcomings now stand as undeniable reflections of their own arrogance and inability to see your worth. Each memory is a painful reminder of how they let something extraordinary slip through their fingers.